Hello everyone, and welcome to my single episode video on Path of Achra. Path of Achra is I suppose it can be called a roguelike indie game from a single creator that has recently been made popular by a video from Splattercat. Thanks to him for teaching me about this game. In this video, I have actually already played quite a bit of the game. I have beaten it in every cycle. So you start in the first cycle, which is where the game is actually balanced, and after that it gets increasingly more random and insane, and you get one shot all the time. And in this video, I would like to make and show the teleporting Astral Barbarian build, for which we will be going with Kamar, Abdi, or Haddad. Kamar is a star dancer from the Astral Wall. Their thing is that on standstill they teleport, and on teleport, for every empty armor slot, they deal 100 astral damage to an enemy in a 3-tile range. So we want to be naked and we want to teleport a lot. Next, we are taking an Abdi, a fighter trained in a sacred battle art. Channels piety into offensive power. This is our class. The feature of our class is that on attack, for each fully charged prayer, we perform a 100 damage hit against the target. We will be dealing attacks on a standstill, hopefully. And we are taking Haddad as our deity, the god of wildfire and storms. Favors those who perform the dance of pure combat. It gives some prayers, but important part is that on attack, for each fully charged prayer, deals 30 damage in a path to an enemy and 30 lightning damage in a path to an enemy. We are taking Haddad because we are never going to pray. On every turn, we only ever want to stand still. So any other gods is actually not as good for us as Haddad. Well, maybe Ninhus, who creates a grass trail that may be basically good for us. So let us start, and I will explain some things as we go. And actually, this may be immediately a wipe because I see hobgoblins here, and these buggers are absolutely lethal, and they murder you something fierce. So, what is the game? We have 4 stats. We have strength, dexterity, and willpower. Strength increases our encumbrance, it increases our life, block, and armor by a percentage, and it increases our damage by an attack damage by a percentage. This is important because encumbrance reduces our speed. Speed affects how often we act, and speed is also capped at the lowest of your strength and dexterity. Dexterity gives a dodge, block, armor, and a chance of blocking, and accuracy of attacks. And willpower increases damage dealt in general, healing received, and the chance to recover from a harmful effect, as well as the number of summons. But we are not going to have any summons in this game. Probably we are going to be increasing only our dexterity and willpower, and strength in as much as we need to balance the encumbrance. So, as you can see, there are a lot of skills. What do we do for our build? Our build is going to be based around stand ground. On standstill, we perform a number of extra attacks against an adjacent enemy. So we are not going to do traditional attacks, we are just going to hold down S and stand still. We will also need Master Teleport to heal on teleportation and reduce the number of stasis stacks to 1, because we already have a stasis stack reduction from our culture. And we are going to want Astral Hunting, so that on standstill we teleport to the closest enemy. So, with the starting point, we can afford stand ground and Astral Hunting. And hopefully we will survive this level, or otherwise we will have to start again. On cycle 12, it is all pretty lethal. You generally just do not... either you survive the first level or you do not. And hobgoblins deal a ton of damage and they have 800 health. So this is probably a wipe. Or maybe not. Maybe this character is actually sufficiently survivable. No, this is definitely a wipe. Oh well, we will leave into the next iteration. It will be fine. I increased strength to 5 to have some encumbrance available. And yes, for now I'm going to keep increasing strength so that we have a little bit more health. I am also going to have to use our prayer to heal and, live through this encounter. Or at least try to. As you can see, I am only holding down the stand still button and doing absolutely nothing else. My attacks come from me using stand ground. I will also now take Master Teleport so that we do a bit of healing each time we teleport. The other thing that is going to make our build come together is Barbarism. Barbarism, for every empty armor slot, increases your hit by a percentage, gives you armor, and on being hit you deal extra attacks. Which is good because our culture trait activates when we have empty armor slot. So that is what we are going to do. I am just going to stand still and do nothing. Now, we are taking off the hat and the pants so that we deal more damage for every teleportation. Honestly, that's very surprising to me because when I play on Cycle 12 and I frequently play like priests or mages or summoners, and then I just do not survive at hobgoblins. They are too bloody tough for me. But thankfully, for standing still from stand ground, we are getting stacks of poise for every time we stand still. And poise gives you armor, block, and accuracy, and it disappears when you step. But as we only stand and teleport, we actually never lose our poise. So we just get better and better for every turn we spend in combat. And as you can see by now, we are functionally invincible to the hobgoblins. So we keep increasing our dexterity for better speed improvements. Ideally, there are also some items I would like to find in this playthrough, which would make the build really come together, but that is not mandatory. So, I would like Cosmic Shield, so we deal damage on block, and we block pretty frequently thanks to stand ground. But I think I will save up for Barbarism first, or maybe another level of stand ground. I am undecided yet as to what it is I want. And there we go. We just stand still, teleport every... This looks similar to the blade I wanted, but this is not the blade I wanted. This is Blind Mopla. On attack, deal death damage to all adjacent units based on equal to your missing life. It is better than the chakram that we currently have, so we're taking it. Doesn't really matter, almost everything would have been better than the chakram. And we keep on going. As we only have one choice to where to go, it doesn't really matter who the enemies are, we have no choice. But the withered imps are weak to Astral, so that is rather nice. And I am going to get more strength. And do I take Barbarism or do I... you know what, I'm going to take another level of stand ground first, so that we get better poise growth and deal additional attacks. Yeah, as you can see, now we're doing damage. And yes, more strength please. And yeah, this hobgoblin has basically wiped me. So yeah, this is how these buggers are absolutely lethal. I need to heal, I don't want to stay on 1 health. Unfortunately, that is the reality of hanging around hobgoblins. Nothing I can do about it. So, next level, yet more hobgoblins. Who could have guessed? At least we teleport when we heal whenever we teleport. And I think for now 9 strength is going to be good enough. I will take another point of will, so we heal better and deal damage better. But I think I am going to be going into more dex for now, so I act more often. The robe is unfortunately useless for us. I am going to take another level of Master Teleport. Am I going to take another level of Master Teleport? Health is becoming an issue. That is true. But what else could be good for me? I could take Shimagek, so on teleportation I summon some allies and they distract the enemy. That would be pretty alright. I could take Astrokinesis to deal guaranteed damage on attacks. Or I could save up for Barbarism, and I think I'm going to do that. It is only 1 point. Okay, this is one of the items I would quite like for the build. A Shimmering Violet Spear. This is the spear that on standstill you teleport to the enemy and deal an attack. So that is quite good for us. Yes, and the other locations do not have anything special that I want, because there is one item that I really want for this build, and it is the robe that removes your stasis stacks on dealing damage. Unfortunately, the enemy here, the boss here, is Astral resistant, but we will deal with it. I realize that I'm not really explaining the game in any great detail, but the purpose of this video is mostly to just show the build. Okay, and actually, we got enough to buy Barbarism. Huzzah! Did we go? No, we did not go over encumbrance. Now, whenever an enemy hits us, we hit back, and we have also increased our hit total and armor. So we already are quite a bit better at dealing them. And there we go. We die to the Rebel Priest from a single hit. So let's try this again. It is a shame that I could not get the cool spear. That spear would have made everything much easier. So what I need is stand ground. And you know what I am going to take no, stand ground only gives me stacks of poise if I am adjacent to enemies, so I want to be going after the enemies quickly. I need to be close to them. Unfortunately, this guy is kicking my ass. So I immediately need to heal, which is again a problem. But if I look at the log, the problem was that I am dealing too little damage and the Ice Beetle is simply only taking damage on my actual teleports, and yeah, so this is going to be another wipe. We are not surviving the Ice Beetles, they have 240 armor, and we are dealing only 160 damage per hit. The Ice Beetles are not a good starting enemy for us. This is mostly how the runs go on the 12th cycle of Glory. I don't think we are also going to be able to beat the Irga Priests. The Irga Priests are really bloody tough for a first level. But no, maybe we'll be good. Yeah, okay, this is way less of a problem than I know. They watch us. That is also what happens on the 12th cycle of Glory. Aha, the little green guys. The little green guys may be less of an issue. So we teleport, we deal damage, we stand still until stasis wears off, and then we teleport and kill it again. And that's how we go. This is a blink beast. It teleports when you move, so it was thankfully not a big challenge for us. Okay, and at this point I would like to buy Master Teleport so I can teleport more. And the blink beast is dead. Okay, for this guy I'm going to just walk, because it will take more time for the stasis to wear off. We have a new weapon. We found a sword. It is better than a shotgun, because almost everything is better than your starting equipment. The rope is not really relevant for us. Sash of a Psychic Assassin and a Horned Helm also not that relevant. And I am going to take off the turban and the pants. Here we have rocks smeared with dung, a terrible stench. These might be the red men. You know what? Yeah, let's go for the DLC. Yes, these were in fact the red men. Okay, we teleport yet again. We stand still, we teleport, we stand still. Okay, and then we win. Yes, next I would like to buy Barbarian. And I need to increase my strength for Barbarism because I think right now I will be over encumbered. Maybe. As you can see, the Withered Priests are rather dangerous after all, because this one has almost immediately killed me. But I should be able to recoup this on teleports. The Withered Priests are especially dangerous because they apply to you stacks of Doom, and Doom increases damage dealt to you by 5 every time you are attacked. So this is rather dangerous. I'm going to get out of line of sight and then keep standing. Anyway, we found a robe, which when we deal more than 50 physical damage, applies 5 repulsion. Repulsion per stack deals 1 psychic damage to the attacker on being hit. This is fairly useful because there is a perk called Master Repulsion, which makes repulsion stacks that you have apply as additional damage on astral and psychic attacks. But currently it is not relevant to the build. A Blade of Smoking Flame could be quite useful. Well, nothing here is really mandatory for our build, but I still like to go for the first boss whenever I can. Well, no, no meaningful reason, but simply as a test of the character and the RNG. Right, now I would like to keep investing in Stand Ground, and maybe another level of Master Teleport. And also I would like to get rid of that Blight Priest. And yeah, that's how we are winning. Keep standing, keep attacking. Dragon is dead. I'm going to take a point of willpower and invest in Stand Ground. Although maybe I should have gone for Master Teleport. But Stand Ground should help the survivability. And more speed, as more speed means more attacks and more Stand Ground stats. Thankfully, we now have 2 charge prayers of Hadad, so we, for every attack, we actually attack 2 additional times, and we also deal damage, 60 fire and 60 lightning damage from charge prayers. So, as you can see, this is all working out quite well. But I should definitely heal, because this might be the end. No, this was not the end. I should apply the prayer of Hadad then. Okay. The dragons create these attack squares, and when they completely glow, the dragon deals fire damage in that area. So this is rather dangerous. What do I get next? I think I should be... Well, I can get Astrokinesis to deal guaranteed damage, or I can get Cosmic Shield to deal damage on block, which would combo well with Stand Ground. But I think for now I will save for more either Barbarism or Stand Ground. This seems like the best way. And I moved to stand between dragons, so I can attack both of them. So let's keep increasing our speed. There we go. You know what? I want more Stand Ground. Stand Ground is really good. Okay, and I am going to step away from the dragon and wait for a little bit until our stasis recharges. Done. Now, there's the boss, the Death Drake. The Death Drake hisses viciously. The stench, foul redolence, whatever those words mean. Yeah. Okay, the Death Drake kindly walks up to us, so I can just stand and smash it to death. And it is dead. Excellent. We get a helm which we are not going to use, a glove that we are not going to use, and a hat that we are also not going to use. So, what do we have here? We have a curved ceremonial long blade of purification, staff abandoned by a fire mage, and leggings abandoned by a blight warrior. The staff could be alright for us, because we are standing still and magic staves activate on standing still. Or the ceremonial blade, but I don't remember when that activates. You know what? I'm going to go get the blade. This sounds more appealing to me. And yes, I would like to increase speed some. And get more Sandground. Poise is excellent for us. We can now buy a prestige class. The prestige class we can buy is Champion, which deals an additional attack on when we dodge, block, or shrug off, and we get speed equal to the stacks of poise. But that is not the class I'm going for. The class I'm going for is Sahasi. On dealing astral or physical damage, increase it by the stacks of poise on yourself, and apply poise. This is good for us because we are generating a ton of poise, and we are dealing mostly astral and physical damage. So that is our game plan. Keep generating poise, keep attacking. Unfortunately, these enemies poison us, and poison really quickly escalates, but hopefully we will be able to outlive it. But I think I should buy the next level of Master Teleport now, so I can heal. Okay, unfortunately I just have to stand in place and take it until I can get this recharge, because if I move I am losing poise. And now I should really heal. So one less attack on the next level, but this should still be very survivable. The ice beasts are, sorry, the Vechuga are fairly quick enemies, at least for our build. Actually no, for our build they are really bad because they deal damage on standstill. So maybe I should use my other prayers to deal with them. I think I am going to do it, yes. Okay. I may not want to stand still, I may want to do regular attacks against them. Oh well, sometimes you have to improvise. And yeah, nothing we can do about it. Ice being frozen hard counters us, unfortunately. And they are also taking my speed, which is I should heal before they murder me. At least we are counter-attacking when they hit us. And yeah, this may actually be a wipe. I was wrong to trash the Vichuga. But, okay, I moved. This was a mistake, because moving harmed my poise. And, yeah, I'm dead. Oh well, let's try it once again. This build clearly works, you just need to get more luckier on this cycle. This cycle is rather tough. Astral fighting, please. Okay, the redmen are dying. Poor redmen. Okay. Teleport me to... Okay, I guess not to the dragon, to the redmen. Okay, and yes, and the dragon is dead. There we go, that is good. For the skill, I am once again taking Master Teleport and proceeding to the next level. Okay. Unfortunately, these guys have ranged attacks, which are rather annoying for us, as we do not teleport frequently enough to seriously deal with them. Having the Cosmic Shield would have helped with this, because on Cosmic Shield you counterattack with astral damage, and that would be very nice. Okay, and now to deal with the dragon. Okay, there are actually two dragons here, but we will build up our poise until we can deal with them. Step away and fight the second dragon. Gotta step away once again. Step away once again. And we are done. Aha! This is an excellent item for us. This is exactly what I want. You pick up an Amethyst Falx. A long blade abandoned by an Astral Barbarian. This is perfect. We are taking off. I keep forgetting to take off the things close immediately. The Amethyst falls on adjacent attack per empty armor slot, deal astral damage in a path to one enemy. So now every time we attack, we deal 300 astral damage in addition to the regular damage that we deal. And I am buying, yes, this is the time to buy Barbarism. So now our damage should be scaling up. Nothing here is very interesting for us. Bramble Priests should not be much of an issue. Mud Golems are generally pretty weak. This could be Hobgoblins, and Hobgoblins are really dangerous. These are, okay, most altar decorated with bleached skulls. These are the green guys. So, where do I go? Are Irga Priests weak to anything? You know what? Let's go for this one. This should be the most survivable. And I need more strength. Yeah, as you can see, our damage has really ramped up. And now we just stand until we teleport once again. Excellent. Yes, I can get enough encumbrance. And these two little dudes are not a big deal. More encumbrance, please. Because the Amethyst pulse is rather heavy, apparently. Nothing here that we want. Do I want to get Cosmic Shield? It would be... it is a good fit for the build, but I think I want faster stand ground at the moment. Chat is... no, none of this is useful. So we are not going to buy any of it. And I want more speed, please. Okay, thankfully the Withered Imp immediately died. And I am buying more stand ground. Okay, we thankfully can... yeah, the Blink Beasts are minimal danger to us. And we can just stand still until we recharge our stasis. There is another item that I really want. There is a... yes, I think I have already talked about the rope, so I'm not going to repeat myself again. Can we just stand? Yes, we can just stand and buy a bit of strength and a bit of dexterity. What do I get next? I think I should get... you know what, I think this is actually a good time to get Cosmic Shield. I block a fair bit. So let's deal guaranteed damage on blocks. Yeah. And it is immediately working. Okay. The Ice Beetles are coming, but we beat the crap out of them fairly easily. Okay. More stand ground, please. I want all the poison in the world. And the Blink Beat teleport next to you when you move, so it is pretty easy to bait them if you are on a melee build like that. Okay. We are dealing some damage from blocks. And the boss is dead. The Fire Drake died immediately. Okay. Nothing here is interesting for us. Unfortunately, we are scorched, so we take damage per game turn, but at least we are pretty fast, so we do not take that much damage. But I would like to heal anyway. Is there anything I want to buy? Tenacity would be pretty alright to slightly heal when I enter levels, but it is not that amazing. I think... yes, I am on 25, so in 5 I can buy the Prestige class. Yes, this is the item that I really want, the rope abandoned by an Astral Wanderer. This will let us teleport like crazy, if we can survive this place, because Hobgoblins are also absolute bastards. Sorry, these are bugbears, not Hobgoblins. These guys are absolutely ridiculously strong. For some things. Maybe this build is tanky enough to outlive them. Give me more willpower. I want to deal more damage and heal more. Uh, who next? This bugbear, apparently. Heliads are pretty tough. Rather, it's not that they are tough, it's that they deal considerable damage. So I don't want to mess with them too much. And now I think... Do I take another barbarism for more hit and more... No, I am taking more stand ground to get more poise, which will, in one... in 2 levels, it will feed into damage. But maybe not 2, because I still need to buy something. And yeah, I should have thought this through. That's fine. Okay. And all level cleared. Yes, please, do not murder me, bugbear. Oh, yes, these are bugbears. And this level is only Heliads, so maybe it is going to be a bit easier for us. Unfortunately, our block chance is not so hot because we are only using a single weapon and nothing else. But our block value is very good. Yes, Robot Dreams. On dealing more than 50 Astral and Psyche damage, remove stasis from yourself. This is fantastic for us. We are dealing lots of... we are teleporting on standstill. So I will take another level of Astral Hunting to deal more damage. And we are now a Sahasi. And our poise feeds directly into our damage. This should be it for the items. We are now done for the level. And I think when there are more enemies, it should look pretty funny. Yeah. The next skill I should buy is Astrokinesis, because then on hit we are going to deal astral damage to other enemies, which will remove stasis and let us teleport again. But yeah, this is the Astral Barbarian build coming together. Unfortunately, yes, unfortunately, we keep appearing quite far from the enemies. Okay, I want more speed. Speed is pretty good for us. So, I keep saying I want more speed, but I am buying balanced sets, which is maybe not so reasonable. As an alternative to Astrokinesis, I could get Projection, which will let me hit enemies in a fertile range, which will once again teleport me, maybe. Okay, I'm taking Astrokinesis first. Let's deal more damage. I had a similar build on another character who teleported about 1,000,000 times per turn. Every turn it was just non-stop barrage of teleportation. And I'm not sure what skills I actually had on that character for it to teleport so fast. But yeah, now the build has really come together and you can see how fast we are getting through places. Icon as Sacred to Astral Wondrous would be pretty good for us, because it is an item that when you deal astral damage, it re-deals that damage to another enemy at 1 less range. But, well, a knife enchanted with Starlight is not so good. This item, when you deal pierce damage, you also deal astral damage, I think. Where do I go? You know what? I don't really want this icon sacred to Astral Wondrous, I think. Yeah, no, screw it. I'm going for the boss. And I think at this point I should probably be investing. Well, what is my block chance? My block chance is 47. No, dexterity is still really good for me. And with my status disappearing, I probably would, well, keep teleporting away from the enemies. and I'm actually not sure why. I think it is because I don't know why I'm teleporting. It's probably the racial trait that teleports me to the random place. Okay, more speed. Second level of astrokinesis to guarantee 50 damage that is necessary to trigger the robe. And I think we are good to go. As you can see, we are rapidly raking up poise and then rapidly dealing damage. More speed. We are the fastest boy alive. Faster than anyone has ever been. And I think I'm going to take projection now to Oh, I know what my rapid teleport build was. It was a Psychonaut, which teleports on dealing psychic damage, and with the Robo Dreams, that would be a pretty fast teleportation. So for this one, I'm probably not taking projection, because projection would not... Well, no, projection would scale with poise actually. So maybe projection is a good choice to deal damage from a distance and enable more teleports. Because, for example, this guy is being annoying to me. Yeah, you know what? I talked myself into it. I am all about projection now. Yes, please. Though, no, I don't want Master Repulsion. Screw Master Repulsion. We are already raking damage from poise. Yeah, as you can see now we are from a distance doing projection hits, which are enabling refreshing teleportation and making it all go faster and smoother. Boom. Let's see who the boss here is. It is Ikuma. The Ikuma beats its chest. Oh stench of fire, oh ripple of ice. Ikuma is a debauched mage giant exiled by the Surtmir clans. So he is definitely a guy that exists. There he is. Dying rapidly to my huge astral damage. Okay, and we are occasionally teleporting onto an item and picking it up. So, we have a fire staff. On standstill, deal 50 fire damage to 5 random enemies. That's pretty alright. Sasha knife. On dealing pierce damage, deal 30 astral damage to all units in a 2-tile range. This is also alright. There is a spear that it pairs with. And the spear, on standstill, you teleport to an enemy and do an additional attack. So that would be pretty good for us. Possibly as a sidearm to the Falcons, or maybe even a replacement. Yes, I do not want the fire stuff. Like, having some fire damage would be okay, but we do not have a way to scale it. So I think now I just want to get more stand rounds. Maybe even, well, no, I don't think more Astral hunting. Probably just more stand rounds. Okay. It doesn't really matter what we get here, so let's just go to this place. And as you can see, enemies die immediately. 10 willpower is alright. I think I want more speed. I want us to be faster. Fortunately, we keep teleporting away from the enemies, which means we are losing, not generating poise. Okay. Another good item for us, skill for us would have been War Chant, which adds poise on game turn. But I no longer have 3 equipment slots for it. So no War Chanting for this run. Okay. Golden Axe gives you Abak per empty slot, but I think this is not as good as for us as the Hulks. And I do not care about the helm. We are just trying to eat good here. I think the serpents are resistant to astral damage, which is not so good for us. Are they actually? Yes, they resist for 50% of astral damage. But our astral damage is really, really good. Yet more speed. We are going to be really, really, really fast. Ideally, I want like 100 points per standstill, because that would make the most out of me whooping away from the enemies. Okay, done with this level. Next is a Dang Queen brushes you. There is a sharp reptilian sting. I'm not sure which boss that is. And none of the items matter. So let's just go. The acid beats are pretty dangerous enemies because they apply corrosion on you. I think when you hit them. Oh, when someone next to them attacks, they deal a hit, and their hits apply corrosion, which reduces block and armor. So this is rather dangerous. But hopefully we will be able to survive. And you know, we generate tons of poison, which should outpace corrosion. Okay. I was going to get to make this a rapid teleport build, but I was wrong on the basic principles, and for a rapid teleport build, I should have made a Psychonaut. Oh well. This also works. Okay. Is there anything else I can get to deal more damage and refresh faster? I think, and let me take a look at the log. No, I blast enemies for lots of damage, which should be enough to be triggering the rope. So I don't think there is anything I can do about that. More stand ground. Also now on every standstill we deal 7 attacks. So that's pretty alright, I would say. Oh, right, I took projection. That's the weak hits. I need more stacks of projection. Then this will be the next skill to invest into. More speed, please. These purple guys are resistant to Astral, so they are, as you can see, also kind of annoying. But we still melt through them. I think at this point I would like some more strength. Although maybe more willpower to deal more damage would have been nice. Okay. What is their speed actually? I'm not holding anything. It is not. It is auto triggering from my numerous attacks. I have speed 10 and I have speed 50. So I believe I should be taking about 5 actions for every action they take. Which is why speed is good. And especially in the endgame, there are a lot of very speedy enemies who can absolutely dunk on you if your speed is not up to snuff. Yes, I need more projection. That is probably the issue. Although I should be applying my poise to projection attack. So maybe it is not the issue. I don't know. More willpower, please. And also, let's get the projection. Okay, let me take a look. Yes, you blast the Umbra Leaf for 15. Because they have 90% astral resistance, so my projection hits do not do much to them. Oh well, even if this is not a rapid teleport build, it still ended up doing pretty good damage numbers. Yeah, million attacks better. For this entire thing, I'm not holding anything, I'm just letting it play out. Okay, yes, this increases damage dealt in general. Our enemy here is the boss is Keliod, a reptilian hunter prince from an ancient marsh of perpetual dawn. And, you know, it's a big snake with a big reptile with an axe who deals a bunch of damage. I do not especially care for him. We should be able to dunk on him with our million armor and rapidly scaling damage. More speed, please. Yeah, as you can see, we have almost 7,000 armor, and if we are lucky to block, we reduce damage by 9,000. So by accident, I thought the level was over and moved around. Okay. Yes, I think our racial trait is not a good fit for this build actually, because it would probably have been better for a Psychonaut. As is, it makes us teleport to other places, and I actually want to stick close to the enemies. So that did not quite work out. But well, you try and you learn. It doesn't matter where we go. Faint chorus of high-pitched laughter, and remains of a crude altar and putrefying flesh. Well, let's go here. I think putrefying flesh means undead, and undead are weak to Astral usually. I think. The rhombuses deal psychic damage. Yes, these are skin priests, and they are weak to Astral. A solitary apostate of Eresh, intoxicated by the power of reanimation. Thankfully, before they spawn their minions, we can actually teleport up to them and start on them. Okay, there is the issue with my build. From afar, these rhombuses can absolutely blast me apart. Are the pants any good? No, on dealing slash damage, you deal death damage. Cannot say I care, and it would mess with my barbarism. Although, well, we are dealing attack damage, and having death damage would get us around some immunities. So maybe I do actually want them. You know what? Yes, I have talked myself into it. I am rapidly reducing the value of my barbarism, but oh well, it is what it is. Yeah, as you can see, the death damage is happening. If we look at the log, it should be somewhere, yes, you curse the gibbous mouth. So if something is resistant, really resistant to Astral, we have a way to get around it with some death damage. Having multiple damage types is really good in this game, because some enemies will just destroy you if you are not ready for them. What do I want now? I think I want more stand ground, although another level of projection couldn't hurt. And yet more speed. Okay. I think for the next skill I will take projection. Projection is fairly nice. But at this point it is probably time for me to start investing in willpower, so I can be dealing better damage. It is still on the lower side. Items don't especially matter. These snakes have tons of health and they are rather annoying. Yeah, okay, these are iron golems. They are incredibly annoying. You know what? I'm taking snake. I don't want to deal with the golems. Golems are bloody awful. Okay, let me buy the next level of projection. So our hit is now definitely above 50. And then we can kill this guy. Okay. Yeah, these priests deal psychic damage, which is kind of not good for us. Well, it's not that it's not good for us. We do not have any special relationship with psychic damage, but rather that they attack from afar, and I have no real counter to them beyond closing the distance. Unfortunately, more iron golems, and for the items themselves, I do not really care. Insectoid buzzing and smoke, I don't remember who these are. Oh well, let's go into the mountain. More wheel, please. Yeah, the golems are really ridiculously tough because they are like 90% resistant to almost everything. Uh, our small blessing is that we have, yeah, okay, they are not actually resistant to Astral, which is nice, but they are 75% resistant to Slash, 75% resistant to Death, and these are our two damage types. But at least we have scaling damage from Poise. So we do murder them somewhat efficiently. More willpower, please. I want all the damage in the world. Okay, yes, I can clearly see how the racial trait was a mistake and not good for this build. I thought it would fit better. It seemed like with its reliance on you not wearing clothes, it would be a natural fit for an Astral Barbarian, but evidently I was wrong. Though maybe what I should do is I should take off the robe. No, I should not take off the robe of dreams because I keep teleporting away anyway. Well, you know what, I could try. Let me take off the robe for a moment and see how the next level is going to go. You know what? More poise. If I get stasis, I might be able to stick around near the enemies. You know what? This might actually be the secret sauce. I evidently should not have worn the robe. The robe is good for a different build. Okay, I see. But the downside of not having the robe is that I do not move as fast. So you win some, you lose some. You are resistant to Astral. I do not like that. I don't know who that is, but better than the Sebek Priest. So let's just deal with the subnets. More willpower. This ended up being a somewhat balanced build. Okay, no, it is one range, so I'm not sure where the slash damage actually comes from for me to trigger the dev damage on other attacks. Okay, yes, I definitely like the no robe variant better. It lets me benefit from more elements of the build. And the heat knife doesn't matter. Okay, there is a shimmering violet spear. This is actually a really good item for me. This is a spear that teleports you to the enemy and you attack with it. So I do want it. Thankfully, the Sebek priests are failing to get past my defenses. You know what? 20 is good, and I would like more speed. And now they are no longer failing to get past my defenses. Now they are starting to murder me. Okay, I would like to wait for Entangle to expire, because Entangle deals damage to you on movement. We are at 10 of stand ground. What do I want next? I wouldn't mind actually Master Teleport, so that we can heal as we teleport. You know, heal more as we teleport. Okay, I am mixed on not having the robe. Having the robe means attacking faster if we are near enemies, but it also means we are having to spend more time standing. Yeah, really not sure what to think. I think I will go robeless for the time being. This is actually not the final battle. There is a bit more of the game after this tower. Yes, I want to max out that 90. Oh, never mind. I immediately died to the Ice Priest who penetrated my armor and murdered me. But yes, this is the game on 12 Cycle of Glory. Sometimes you just go and randomly die. I probably should have moved out of the way instead of waiting for the stasis to recharge. Yeah, This would be. I still think the build is functional and this is how you should play it. Maybe skip the projection and take a different trace. But otherwise, this would be the end of the episode. Path of Achra is an awesome game and I hope more of you play it. Thank you for watching and have a good day. Goodbye.